All right, welcome back. This is Unit 1, Topic 2, Lesson number 9. So once again, we are doing rotations, and we are doing rules for rotations. Now, for a 180-degree rotation, we talked about this in the last video. You simply take the x and the y, and you change them both to the opposite. So for instance, what happens to be p, which happens to be at 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 4 turns into negative 1, negative 4, which ends up being right here. 3, 0 becomes 0, 3, and negative 1, negative 2 becomes 1, positive 2, and negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 becomes positive 4, negative 2, which is right here. And then clearly you can see what this shape looks like. Now this one's done exactly the same, so that is a 180-degree rotation. Now, so 180 degrees, that rule is nice and handy. You can also use your patty paper and trace it and flip it that way as well. All right, so in this first question, that's the exact same question I just did. So 90-degree counterclockwise. Now, I'm going to do the same method I showed you in the last video. So 90 degrees, anything 90 or 270, you're going to take the point and you're going to switch it. So this point right here is at negative 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's negative 4, 1. So that's going to flip to 1, 4. Now, I need to think about where am I and where am I going to end up. So right now, I'm in the second quadrant. And if I take this point and I go 90 degrees counterclockwise, which is the opposite direction of a clock, I should end up in the third quadrant. So negative 4, 1 becomes 1, 4. So that's negative 1, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the reason why I know that's negative, negative, because it's in the third quadrant. And everything in the third quadrant is negative, negative. So really all you have to do is switch the numbers and then just plot whatever point that happens to be in that quadrant. Now, these 2 points are in quadrant 3, which means they're going to move 90 degrees into the fourth quadrant. So this point is at negative 1, 2, 3, negative 3, negative 2. All right, so we know that those 3 and 2 are going to switch to 3, 2, and it has to be in this quadrant, so 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2 would have to be right there. And one more example of that, so that's negative 5, negative 4 becomes positive 5, 4. There's positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know it's negative 4 because I know it's in this quadrant. And there we go. That's just another way of doing the 90 and 270 ones without patty paper. Now, if you have the patty paper, you would simply just trace this figure, put your pencil right here, and simply rotate the image. Now, you would need to trace these two axes so that you can make sure that you line it up perfectly. And then all you would need to do is move the axes one block clockwise, and then that'll give you what the figure ends up looking like. So those are just two different strategies. Now, when you look at the next page, this is simply just asking you what is the rotation, in this case, this first one. And it's, once again, it's pretty good to use the patty paper. So the black one is the pre-image and the blue one is the final image. So that's going to be a 90-degree rotation clockwise. This is 180. Clearly, you can see that one's flipped all the way around. Remember, 180 is really a reflection over the x and the y. If you do both of those reflections, it's the same thing as a 180-degree rotation. So this is also 180, this is also 180, and so is this. Just notice that these two here are kind of separated. That makes them a little bit more obvious, whereas this one, when it flips 180, you know, it's kind of, it looks, this is also a reflection, oh no, it's not a reflection over the x, I'm sorry, it has to reflect over the x and the y to be a 180-degree rotation. Now this one over here, from blue to black, that would be it's black to blue, because that's the prime. It's a little hard for me to see it. So that's going this direction, but it's going 90 degrees. So it looks like a Superman symbol with the point at the bottom, and then the point is going to be on the right. So clearly that arrow's been turned counterclockwise 90 degrees. Now you could also say clockwise 270, and of course that would be the exact same thing. All right, and then it's pretty much more practice of the same. Now, this does have translations and reflections and all the others, but you, of course, can watch the prior videos to see how to do pages 72 and 73. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day.